Somebody needs to pay for all my children. Somebody needs to be held accountable, and they need to pay.
I tried one of these before this one, and man, they're too long. It was like 15 minutes in, and I'm like, this sucks. It's not even funny, it's just annoying. Just constant whining. But we got another one today. 6 ways to confront a bigot. I hope you have your thinking caps on. If not, do it now, please. Written February 26, 2017 by Tegan Jones. Originally published on Roll Reboot. Well, shit. If it's from Roll Reboot, we better pay attention. I'm talking about you too, little fella. You better pay attention. Everyone's been there. In a taxi cab, at a graduation party, during a business dinner. You're having a perfectly good time, and then, bam! Somebody says something racist, or sexist, or anti-queer, or trans. Hey, at this dinner party, I will not accept anti-trans talk, thank you very much. Who talks like that? Who would even be around those people on purpose? Naturally, you're appalled. You try to think of a colorful insult or a self-righteous slam. But for some reason, you falter. The words just don't come. Then the moment passes. Before you have a chance to speak, someone changes the subject. Perhaps they wanted to avoid a scene, or maybe the server just brought dessert. Oh, my ice cream's here, my anger is gone. Give me the ice cream. Oh, the ice cream, where's the sprinkles? Who's that sprinkles? When everyone else seems ready to let the comment slide, it can be tempting to avoid a confrontation. You might want to excuse yourself from the table or bury yourself in your phone. But every time you stay silent in response to cruelty and misinformation, you create a safe space for bigotry to spread. Your complacency becomes tacit support.
Don't let bigotry spread. I would not have bigotry at my victuals table. Not at my victuals table. This is where I eat victuals. And I welcome everybody.
You don't have to let that happen. Even introverts can confront bigots in social situations with a little mental prep week. Here are a few ways you can challenge hateful comments in your daily lives.
Number 1, just say no.
Find a way to say no that works for you. I don't agree. Nah, that's inappropriate. Go with whatever feels comfortable. Oh man, I was telling racist jokes at the table and this lady got up and said, that's inappropriate. Man, I hit the bricks. I'm changing my way of life forever. Simply saying no can be a radical act in the face of systemic oppression. The only thing this bitch is oppressing is her couch cushions. Am I right, everybody? Am I right? Verbalizing your dissent rather than simply shaking your head or furrowing your brow stops the conversation. I was making these horrible jokes and this lady's brow furrowed and it wouldn't unfurrow. I just had to leave. Other people will look to the person who made the comment to respond. Some might choose to back you up. Whatever happens, you forced everyone present to consider whether that type of comment is acceptable. It's not acceptable and it's not okay. 2. Ask them to clarify. If you give a bigot enough space, they often reveal themselves. Asking, what was that? Or can you explain what you just said? Yeah, I said you're so fat because you eat too much beefaroni. Will make them squirm as they try to justify their comment. No one wants to be blunt about the bigotry implicit in a joke or generalization. That's why coded terms exist. 3. Don't laugh. When someone gets called out for making a bigoted comment, they'll often try to laugh it off, telling you to take a joke. What? Come on, all I said was put Velcro on the ceiling. Don't you get it? When this happens, refuse to laugh or even smile. Maintain eye contact and straighten your posture to communicate confidence. Refusing to give into this subtle social intimidation will send a powerful message
about your principles without escalating the confrontation.
4. Avoid insults. If the person challenges you for being offended, perhaps calling you a special snowflake, start by repeating the offensive comment verbatim. This will make it harder for them to accuse you of mischaracterizing their comments. Then outline why you believe that comment is offensive in the simplest term possible, even if it seems insultingly obvious. Whoa, how do you come back? How do you come back from that? That would send me reeling. If they go on the attack after being called out, refuse to respond in kind with impressive insults, well, you, little lady, are a crumb bum. That was what I would say to her, man, and she would start crying and shit. Crying and farting, probably. While it may be hard to maintain your composure, letting them unleash on you will show others that those innocent comments probably weren't so innocent at all. I showed him. I let him kick the crap out of me at the dinner table. Crap. It's all crap, man. 5. Call out hypocrisy.
When someone makes a sweeping generalization,
Respond by equating them with someone else that has committed deplorable acts and matches their social identity. Well, you know who else ate a steak with a salad fork? A little man from Austria named Hitler. Point out that if a white Christian doesn't want to be compared to Dylan Roof, they shouldn't compare Syrian refugees to ISIS. But Syrian refugees are ISIS. But that's what they are. But that don't even make no sense. Urge them to treat others the way they would want to be treated. 6. Attack their assumptions. When people try to use logic to defend their bigotry, they'll often rely on inaccurate generalizations or quote-unquote alternative fakes. To confront these misconceptions, you'll first have to educate yourself. You know, when they say educate yourself, that means brainwash yourself. For instance, you can correct the racist assumption that welfare recipients are primarily black. If you know that 40% of welfare recipients are white, only 25% are black. Yeah, they're only like 15% of the population, lady. Go fuck yourself. Why do they always do that? They don't understand that shit. Organizations like Pew Research Center, the Southern Poverty Law Center, oh, those guys smell. Southern Poverty Law Center smells. And reliable media outlets can help you build your anti-racism arsenal. At some point in this exchange, the person who made the bigoted comment may want to backtrack and apologize. If this happens, don't gloat or continue to shame them. You don't have to become their best friend, but try to maintain that high ground by moving on. Alright, let's just drop the whole Velcro on the ceiling thing and enjoy our ice cream with the sprinkles. These basic tips can help you respond to bigots in social situations. But to reduce the impact of oppression in our society, we need to take a more proactive approach. The civil rights movement has a long history of diverse tactics that we can learn from and replicate. But social progress starts with social dissent. Wow, guys, that was deep. I hope we all learned something. I haven't, but I hope you guys have. And see you later or something.